Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a powerful convergence of technology and health that is pretty much set to redefine medicine as we know it. We're talking about the DNA, AI, mRNA Trinity.
The material we're digging into today really kicks off with this core idea. It sets the stage for a revolution powered by this Trinity, a revolution in how we manage our health, and let's be honest, where immense fortunes are going to be made.
All right, so let's break this down. First up, the first piece of the Trinity, genomics. This is literally the science of decoding the blueprint of life itself. It is the foundation for everything else we're about to talk about.
So what does this actually mean for you and me? Well, at its core, this science lets us read our own personal genetic map. It's all about spotting the risks for diseases like cancer or diabetes, long before a single symptom ever shows up. This completely flips the script on medicine, right? It shifts it from being reactive to being truly proactive and personal.
And the sheer scale of this blueprint, it's just mind-boggling. The human genome has something like 3 billion DNA letters. So sequencing just one person's genome spits out about 200 gigabytes of data. I mean, think about that. That is a staggering amount of raw information to try and process for just one person. Okay, so you've got this mountain of data. How in the world do you interpret all of it? How do you find that one crucial signal in all of that noise? Well, that brings us to the second pillar of the Trinity, artificial intelligence. Think of it this way. Genomics and AI, they are the ultimate power couple of modern medicine. Genomics throws those 3 billion DNA letters on the table, but it's AI that actually knows how to read the book. It can sift through that mountain of data to spot the tiny genetic quirks that make us who we are, and more importantly, predict what might go wrong down the line. So we have the blueprint from our DNA, and we have the code breaker in AI. But what's the point of all that insight if you can't do anything with it? And that is where the third piece, mRNA, comes into play.
So mRNA is basically a messenger, a highly specialized delivery service. Once AI finds a problem in the genetic code, mRNA can be engineered to deliver precise custom instructions right to our cells. It tells them exactly what to do, whether that's fighting a tumor or fixing some kind of genetic defect.
So let's just put it all together because this is the revolutionary part, this three-step process. First, genomics decodes the blueprint. Second, AI analyzes it to find the problem. And third, mRNA acts on it, delivering a targeted solution. This seamless workflow from insight to action is what makes this whole Trinity so incredibly powerful. Okay, so this all sounds like incredible science fiction, right? But this futuristic science doesn't just live in a lab. This is where it crashes head-on into the messy, complicated world of politics and corporate power. Yeah, get this. A massive government initiative called Stargate was just unveiled with a price tag of a cool $500 billion. And it's backed by some of the biggest names in tech, all with the goal of fusing AI and genomics into one huge national project. And I mean, the promises here are just off the charts. AI-powered cancer detection for everyone, personalized mRNA vaccines designed to target your specific tumor, and get this, delivered in just 48 hours. So in theory, it's a giant leap forward for medicine. But, and there's always a but, in practice, it raises some really profound questions. And that quote right there, it just nails the skepticism perfectly, doesn't it? Is this really about public health, or is it more about creating the single most valuable data set in all of human history?
So why all the politics? Why the huge power play? Well, it boils down to one simple reason. There's an absolutely incredible amount of money at stake. We are right in the middle of a new gold rush, and this time, the gold is our genetic code. Just look at the numbers. The genomics market is expected to nearly triple in less than a decade. We're talking about going from around $33 billion in 2023 to almost $95 billion by 2030. That is not just growth. That is explosive. It's a compound annual growth rate of 16.5%. And yeah, North America is leading the market right now, but the fastest growing region by far is Asia Pacific. You've got these huge projects like Genome Asia 100K driving massive expansion, and countries like India are popping up as major genomics hotspots. And you better believe Wall Street is paying close attention. The big hedge fund wizards, they are treating genomics like the next big thing. Take a legend like Stanley Druckenmiller. His firm plowed over $500 million into a genetic testing company called Natera. It's his single largest holding. That tells you something.
Okay, so your head's probably spinning a little bit. You've got the crazy science, the politics, the insane growth.
So how is a regular person, an ordinary investor, supposed to even begin to approach this whole sector?
Look, let's be real. Trying to pick the one winning company in this space, it's basically impossible unless you're a PhD geneticist yourself. For most of us, it's like trying to perform surgery while wearing oven mitts. It's just not going to work.
So, a much more accessible strategy for most of us is through diversified exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. These funds basically hold a whole basket of these genomics companies, so you're spreading your bet across gene editing, sequencing, and personalized medicine, all without having to become an expert overnight.
But, and this is a really big but, I have to give you a huge warning here. This sector is not for the faint of heart. Seriously, it comes with extreme, stomach-churning volatility. The source we're looking at puts it bluntly: what looks like a market crash in other sectors is just another Tuesday in genomics.
And that leaves us right here, with the final, really provocative question that hangs over this entire technological revolution. Are we looking at the dawn of a new era of personalized medicine that's going to save millions of lives? Or are we witnessing the greatest and most personal data grab in the history of humanity? The answer is probably somewhere in the middle, and it's a future that's being written as we speak.